It's shocking quite how different the tone of Godzilla Age Again is when compared to its predecessor. I mean, maybe I shouldn't be too surprised. We don't have Ishiro Honda, the Godzilla staple in the director's chair, but it was still a surprise to me. This movie is far, far lighter. There's a lot less dread, suspense, and kind of general melancholia that there was in the original. We see Godzilla far earlier on, and the area that Godzilla and Anguirus end up fighting in is evacuated quickly. We don't feel that people are under any real threat. This movie in general has its characters smiling a lot more. There's a party scene just here. In this one, people actually celebrate Godzilla's defeat. I'll, get to that. People in general are just a lot happier. Which is fine, it's just so different. Early in the film, there's a scene where officials and us watch clips from the first movie to remind them just how badass Godzilla is. These clips are weirdly silent, so you're just there watching these silent clips of Godzilla ransacking a city, and it's not an especially short scene. It goes on for what feels like a good couple of minutes, which, in an 80-minute movie, does it have time to really be putting that time into what is essentially a clip show? And this is a personal thing, but I've never been a fan of people just watching clips of the movie within the movie and being like, oh no, it's CCTV footage when, it's just clips of a movie. It bugs me every time I see it, and this is your biggest flaw, Lego Movie. The effects work and fight sequences actually feel kind of weaker here, unfortunately, which I think is partly down to the fact that they actually sped the footage up rather than slowing it down, which makes the characters feel a bit more weightless than heavy and big. When shooting on models, it tends to be the case that you shoot at a high frame rate and then slow it down to give your models the appearance of weight, to make water look more realistic, all of that jazz. Here, we get the opposite, and we don't really get any of that feeling, which is bizarre. And as a result, we do feel that man in a suit vibe that wasn't there as much in the first film, unfortunately. Let's get to the ending, because this is probably where my biggest gripe is. After the big fight with Anguirus, Godzilla leaves Japan. I should probably clarify that this is a second Godzilla, because in the first film, Godzilla dies. Spoilers for the first film. And at some point, probably accidentally, because, Godzilla is a nicer guy in this film, presumably because of the lighter tone, he accidentally fucks up a boat, so they all decide to bomb the hell out of Godzilla and bury him in ice. Guys, if you want to give him a reason to hate the human race, by all means, do that. But it just seems unnecessary. I don't know, just after the first movie spent so long debating the ethics of killing Godzilla, this movie just immediately being like, oh yeah, no, killing Godzilla is absolutely fine, just do it, just bomb the hell out of him. It just feels kind of weird. Overall, it is a pretty fun time. We do get our first Godzilla rival fight with Anguirus, but for me, I do feel like there wasn't quite enough Godzilla, and the film was just a bit too light-hearted, especially after the tone of the first film, just to make its ending land. The next film on my list chronologically is Mothra, so maybe see you there, if you want.